that I can't be Stevie Nicks. I'm just a generic, non-specific look-alike.
And welcome to the generic, non-specific Stevie Nicks podcast. A very special episode for two reasons. Number one, we have the entire coven of Brothers of the Moon here for the first time in forever. And I'm so excited. Anthony, what is the other reason we're so excited tonight?
Stevie Nicks has put out a new song. Stevie Nicks has put out a new song.
Stevie, I think I've heard of Stevie Nicks.
Right. Wasn't he the guitar player for Fleetwood Mac?
Exactly.
So we're all playing, everyone. For you guys, our viewers and listeners know that Randy and I are very big fans. Well, and you've met Brian on a previous episode, and then there's Jeffrey in a category right below Ivory Keys.
Really close. But the four of us have been friends for years, and even before the pandemic, we would Zoom and chat and do everything. And this is the first time we've been together for a while. So, Jeffrey, Brian, thank you so much for being here for this momentous occasion.
Thank you for having us.
I'm finally happy to break my virginity. Again.
So we're going to listen to the song.
Mm-hmm.
For our listeners and viewers, and then have a discussion. But before we do, is there any context that we should set?
Well, we didn't know until 24 hours ago,
right?
Exactly,
that there was going to be a new Stevie Nicks single.
Well, she did say, and you know what? I got to give it to her. She did say earlier this year, I got a protest song, and I want to put it out near the election. And we were like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anthem project, etc. So
right.
She made good on it, right?
She did.
And so I have
go ahead.
A post of Stevie's from October 10th, 2022. She wrote, "Dear friends, fans, and women of America from 18 to 100 years old, I am sending you out a formal poem that I wrote not very long ago, and the next day made it into a song. Recording a song out here on the road is not an easy task. So while I am doing that, I decided that you should have the words. At 74 years old, I can honestly say that I am worried about every one of you, worried about healthcare, and just in general, worried about your God-given rights. You must gather together now. You must register to vote as soon as you can, and you must vote. The disintegration of Roe v. Wade will change your life in an unfathomable way. You will not have control of what your beautiful dreams want for you. Your lives will be in the hands of governmental officials who do not know you and cannot possibly know what your future should be. You are the masters of your own ship. I watched what happened to women from 1966 when I was 18 to 1973 when I was 25 and 2 years away from joining Fleetwood Mac. Believe me when I tell you, you don't want the world to go back. So please vote. And call everyone you know and ask them to join you. Read the words to my song. I wrote it for you. I love you, Stevie." And then she shared at the time the words to a song that was titled Get It Back, but is now titled The Lighthouse, with just a few changes to what she had originally posted back in October of 2022. So that's the history behind the song. And she gave us a preview of it 2 years ago.
She did. And I have to mention to you, Brian, that the way that you read that and the inflection sounded just like Stevie reading her little note in front of In Your Dreams, the documentary. It was spot on.
Thank you. I channeled my inner Stevie.
Clearly did.
Maybe she channeled her inner Brian.
Oh, maybe.
That could be it.
Okay. So, without further ado, I will do up the song, unless anybody else has more commentary before we start.
Nope.
Let's go.
I have my scars, you have yours. Don't let them take your power. Don't leave it alone in the final hours. They'll take your soul. They'll take your power.
you go. The Lighthouse by Stephanie Lynn Nicks. Who
And
was-
the other writers, Brian?
Oh, right.
The other writers are
The
Magnus
Swedish chef from... No, I'm sorry.
and Vincent Lewis.
Repeat the first name. I'm sorry. I spoke over you, Brian.
Oh, that's okay. Magnus Birgersson. He is better known by his stage name. Please hold. Solar Fields.
Oh, wow.
He's an electronic dance artist and from Sweden, and Vincent Lewis is an electronic dance artist from France.
I want to know how she got in contact with them.
I'm sure
Because
she
that's-
did.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's a sample. I mean, I can't say I'm sure because I don't know, but I'm sure who produced the song. I'm sure I'm thinking they sampled some of their.
Reasonable sample.
Right.
It-
That's what I'm
yeah,
thinking. I
that-
could be wrong. We won't know until she says it, but that's my assumption.
Yeah, that first opening part that, sounds like a light. I don't know what show I'm thinking of. My aunt thinks she's a lighthouse and she goes on the roof. Is that Golden Girls? But no, but the beginning of the song, you hear that metallic rotating. That's how I hear it.
Right.
Yeah.
So she went to go, oh, it's so subtle, but that must be part of it. What's the rest of it?
Yeah, I don't know.
The O part, was that her? The two,
No, I mean I don't know because the backup singers are Laurie and Cheryl, so
Yeah.
I don't know if that. But I love her voice in this because it's like it's that what's the word I'm looking for? It's like that a head register that she uses, sort of like
the baby
sort of like-
voice.
yeah,
Randy,
it's like
how often do I
Yeah.
say it's the baby voice?
The baby
Yeah.
voice.
But
Yeah.
my favorite, why I liked it here, it's like usually she just sticks it in here and there in a song, and here it's
Mhm.
like I'm baby voice Stevie until the breakdown,
right.
and then it's just like, look, motherfuckers,
Right.
we're
Yeah.
gonna have to all grow up. No more baby. That's the way I interpret.
Very
I don't know
gentle.
if that's a real valid thing or not.
Yeah. Yeah. It
It's,
starts out
it's
so
sort of
soft.
the same voice she used a little bit on Cotton Candyland in the Elvis soundtrack.
Yeah.
That was a little bit more full. This one is just more like almost like the When I See You Again kind of.
I was waiting for
Exactly.
somebody to say, "What's the matter, baby?"
What's the first one about a baby? Right. Yeah.
It was exactly that. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, everybody, where do we fall?
I would have to listen to it a couple more times before I make that because I didn't. I liked it better than the last protest song she did from 2020, which I did not like at all. As we
Yeah.
spoke about then.
I like this one a great deal.
Yes, I mean I like it too. I do.
Where
Like
it
it.
fits in the Stevie,
Right in the
Landscape for me,
canon
I
of
can't
her
tell you.
in her
Right.
body of work, I
this
don't
is a
know.
good strong 8.
7, 8, maybe
Yeah.
7. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, if for anything at all, it's the voice that she uses here. It's not meandering like she did on "Show Them the Way." It's not, well, let me fit as many words into one stanza as I can, kind of a thing. It's
No Mabel Normand disease. That's
No,
right.
Mabel Norman.
I like when she does that. I like when she is just a stream of consciousness. She's got to get it all out.
I do too, Brian. I really do.
I don't mind it, but I don't like it all the time.
yeah.
Right.
I don't think she's done it. I don't think she's done it enough for it to be overbearing. She's
Well,
only
I
really
thought
done
she did it on Show Them the Way. For
Oh,
example.
well, yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, as far as
So,
how many songs,
This is only 2 songs later.
Right.
well,
Sort of kind of.
but yeah, this one is
I love
I-
that she's doing this subject
the
matter.
lyrics are very strong. I think they're not meandering. They're not
No,
Right.
obscure or what's the word I'm looking for?
no. Yeah, I agree.
No, it's very direct. It's very purposeful.
Mhm.
And I just
It's-
love
yeah.
on it.
The only thing is, I wish that her vocal was a little bit more prominent in the mix, because especially when it gets to the chorus and you've got all that great
Yeah, yeah.
instrumentation, but it almost drowns her out.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing it on like maybe a FLAC file,
right.
or praying to the Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks gods on CD. Because sometimes like our speakers, our
Sure.
headphones and stuff don't always do
Yeah.
justice to something, and then you hear it on your home stereo, and it's like, I mean,
I didn't
I
even
don't know
notice what you're saying though. Rich.
stereo anymore. But
Well, when she was doing "What's the Matter, Baby" voice, which was great, but I could I could hear every word and every lyric, and I could follow the story, and then the instrumentation comes in, and it almost drowns her out. And I wish they had just pushed her vocal a little bit forward. Mix.
Yeah,
That's all.
that's fair. Yeah, that's a fair comment. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot remember. You guys are far more smart than I am, memory-wise, because I'm old. This is probably her most. Well, no, not probably. It's her most defiant protest. Well, I know she really never done protest songs as a
Yes.
like so defiant.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. She's really pissed, and she's like, "You guys got to fuck." Oh, I can say fuck, right? Can I say fuck?
Yeah, you can totally say fuck. Everybody say fuck, so Jeffrey doesn't feel bad.
Fuck.
Restricted on
Yeah, I curse like a truck driver all day long, so I was like, yeah. So yeah,
I agree.
It's defiant, and it's really
Yeah, she's not mincing words here. She's not making it pretty. She always
right.
Taking something that's a harsh reality and making it pretty.
Get
Right.
in the
Beautiful.
game.
Yeah.
Learn how to play. You got to do it today.
It's nothing vague about it. No Stevie
No.
Nicks moonpath vague lyrics.
No, it is
very direct.
It is
And
feminist hippie Aunt Stevie.
Yes.
who thinks she's a lighthouse?
Who thinks she's a lighthouse? Was it Brian? What did you say about the single to the cover? The cover to the single. The
It looks like the opening to Dark Shadows.
right. It is so Dark Shadows.
Do you
The
think
waves
that visual
crashing in.
that visual we saw on social media? There's a music video coming, right?
I hope.
Let's hope so.
Why would they shoot something like that?
Yeah.
That could have been 25 years ago, too, or 30 years
Right.
ago.
You never know. That's an outtake from the dance. We just don't know it.
Oh,
Right,
I hope
exactly.
not.
Looks like
I hope not.
footage.
Or Trouble in Shangri-La or something.
Right. What I really hope is that this is what she's singing on Saturday Night Live.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
The timing seems to
why
have
bother? Yeah. Why bother going on Saturday Night Live when you just release a single a week before and then you don't see it?
And she wants to go on. She, especially like show them the way. Like even some of her fans never heard that. She wants to make sure that people voting and women and young women are going to get this message as best as she can get it out there to them.
And I can't remember the exact timetable. You guys might remember best, but it feels like Show Them the Way was released so close to the election.
It was.
Yeah.
It was almost too close to the election because there wasn't time for the song to get traction.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it would have gotten much traction only because it was that kind of very Stevie-centric song that only her diehard fans would love. This is more...
Not according to the reactors on YouTube that I've gotten to review it. These people are crying.
Oh, for Show Them the Way?
Mostly black folks. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of good...
One, I'm not going to say anything name, one reactor who does a lot of Stevie, I sent it to him, and he wrote me privately and said, I love this. I cannot do it because my white fans will abandon me if I tell them what I really think about this song.
Really?
And I need the money.
Wow.
So, right?
But he liked the song.
What's that?
But he liked the song.
Oh, he loved it.
Wow.
He said he's got his mother and aunts listening to it, all this stuff, but he said, I cannot talk about it online.
Wow. That's a shame. I would have loved to have known what he had to say and his perspective as someone of color, because I think that a lot of times, unfortunately, I think Stevie and Fleetwood Mac are viewed very much as white artists. Right. But I've certainly known in my lifetime a lot of people of different races and ethnicities that just adore them, but they seem, unfortunately, to be in the minority.
I just can't wait to see how the young women are reacting.
I looked up
I'm excited.
I looked up the release date of Show Them Though. It was October 9th. So it was this is only like a week or two earlier. But yeah, it's closer to the election. The other one was closer to
She didn't go on SNL either.
No, she did not.
Did not go on SNL.
And I don't think we've ever seen her perform that song.
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Right?
Mm-mm.
Just the video.
So hopefully she'll do more than SNL. I would guess. A couple of the shows here or there, maybe.
Would be great if she did. I mean, everybody's new season has started.
Right. Well, and also, I don't know if anybody else saw this, but they announced another co-headlining show with Billy Joel. So she's going to be touring some more.
Oh,
And, I'm curious if it ends up in the set list because, what was it? The Other, for what it's worth, ended up in the set list.
yeah.
Yeah, it would be really cool. I mean,
But she's touring after the election.
yes, yeah, in 2025.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
there'll be a new album to go along with it.
Well,
A duets album with Billy Joel, a duets album.
right. Yeah, that's the thing. If she was in the studio, I hope she cut some other things. And I'm sorry, Brian, was Sheryl Crow involved in this song? Okay. So
Yeah.
that answers that question because she had mentioned that she was going to the studio with Stevie.
Yeah.
I hope this is not the only thing they
And well, then Stevie also mentioned to Mojo magazine, what was that, May or June?
right.
She had Vampire's Wife was another song that she's written that she's very
that's right.
proud of and would like to get recorded soon. So I'm hoping that there's going to be more, even if she records a couple here, a couple there, and then puts together an album.
So what you're saying is she is doing a Dark Shadows tribute album,
She just might be. Ode to Barnabas.
right? That's track 4.
That's track.
Oh,
That's
Barnabas is track 4. So take some obscure Edgar Allan Poe lyric again and just make it into a
Right.
ode to
I'm
Barnabas.
okay with that.
Perfectly.
She's mentioned Dark Shadows before.
Yeah, she has.
You live in dark shadows.
Yeah,
Well,
I like,
you're not mentioning that. It's like I love how she, in this particular song too, she invokes other lyrics like she always does, and she invoked Straight Back this time. And she goes, "Someone said that." I was like, "Yeah, you said it. Steve.
You said it.
Someone did
Right.
say it."
So, show of hands, who likes it when Stevie recycles lyrics?
I always do that. I love it because it's like a web that is their own.
Mhm.
I'm just
Because
noticing.
I just-
who left you
okay,
phrases.
how about stop recycling that one? That's like the 4th time, right?
That's the 4th time she invoked Straight Back. I don't remember.
Yeah,
She's
she's
over the dream has not begun. She's invoked that
Right.
a few times.
yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
used
come to
that
think of it,
before.
yeah.
Hey, when you
I
got
remember.
lyric.
Right.
It's a
It
wonderful
clearly
lyric. I
means a
love it.
lot to her.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
So it means a lot.
Oh, but then in the next line, or is it a nightmare? So
It's a nightmare, yeah.
that's
Well,
another-
that's on the precipice because that nightmare she's used a million times. Everyone has, so I don't
Right.
know. It could be anything. But actually,
I felt like it was intentional.
yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Could be.
I like
So the only thing that bugged me, but it's not a big deal. And I love this song. I like Jeffrey said, the defiance. I am there. Let's rebel. I'm glad she's like trying. She's directly what she's like. Look, women. I love everything about it. The vocals are great. I'm happy. My only negative, the one place where she sings the word "or," and she separates it.
Or
And I don't hear "or," and I'm not going to say what I hear because this.
well, listen.
funny thing was, I was just getting ready to say, as you started, I stopped, that I really like the part where it's like everything stops and she says, "or the nightmare." And then it's like, I hate that part.
Well, maybe during
No, I don't
production,
hate it. I just
maybe-
worry it sounds like something else.
well, maybe during production, she was yelling at Cheryl and calling her a name.
Right?
Don't call Cheryl on that. We love Cheryl.
We love, of course, I love Cheryl.
She did she's everything that she's produced for Stevie is really terrific.
Yes. I
Yeah.
always say she
Didn't
brings
care.
out the old Stevie. I mean,
Mhm.
her production on Trouble in Shangri-La was old Stevie compared to John Shanks, which was
Yeah.
Stevie.
Well, she brought her back to the more classics.
And she does, yeah.
Even
Yeah.
I'm excited. I hate that SNL is not this week. It's one more week away.
I know we got to wait another week for
We
this.
should do another one of these after the performance.
Right? Oh my God, we should.
Okay, we
Yeah,
will.
absolutely.
And if
should.
they do a fajita roundup part 2,
Mhm.
because we are not the only people on social media demanding it. There are so many people that she must do a cameo in it,
Mhm.
you know, and let Ariana do her Stevie instead of Lucy Lawless. You know,
Well, I was going to say, I'm not a fan of Ariana at all, but it would be funny if she did the Stevie.
Right,
So
the
it's a little
fajita
office. That'd be
roundup.
kind of funny.
but
Yeah.
then Stevie has
And then
to come
you
in at
just
the end
see
with some kind of
Stevie Stevie's just sitting at the table and she says something like, "I'll have the running through the garden salad, please."
No, she wants to know that they carry Fleetwood Mac Fiesta dip.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Have I read that Ariana is a good mimic? Good.
Yes, that's why he said
Yeah,
that. Yes,
yeah.
she
Oh,
really
yeah.
is a good
Absolutely.
All you gotta do is
Absolutely
throw her in
do.
the outfit, give her a tambourine, and
Yeah.
she's ready. Yeah,
Right? Yeah, she could totally do it.
and it'll be funny
Yeah.
for most people, and then for folks who have seen the one that long ago, it'll be this
Mhm.
extra layer of hilarious.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I think it would also
Absolutely.
be if they came
and
out
if they want to haul
They
Lucy
put a ton for Lindsay Buckingham.
for one line, I'm happy with that too. I'm sorry I
Yeah.
missed the joke. It's Brian being naughty. I just
Brian was awesome. Say it again.
I think it would be funny if at the end they came out and said they ran out of time for Lindsay Buckingham.
there, he can come out and say it. You know?
With that,
Or actually, even better than that, they'll have Bill Hader come in, sit down like he used to do in Saturday Night Live, just sit there as Lindsay Buckingham, not say anything, just like he used to do on SNL. I would love that even. And sitting like eating a fajita or something on the side.
Right?
That'd be great. I would love that too.
they do that. They do callbacks. They
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down for all of this to happen.
They
Yes.
need to have a bouncer who picks him up from his
Yeah.
table and throws him
Yes.
up in the front.
bouncer has to look like Mick.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow. This is such deep dive Stevie stuff. Like,
Right?
Nobody else is going to get this stuff, but
no.
Anyone listening to this will probably get most.
So if you do get this stuff, please let us know. And
Yes, absolutely.
let a comment.
Friends with you.
And if you like this, hit like and subscribe. We never remember to say that, do we? Ever.
I'm not begging.
All right. So thumbs up from everybody, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I was pleasantly surprised because, again, I mean, I love my Stevie, obviously, but sometimes I'm always like the last few times, like, okay. But this time I wasn't. I was like, this is good. And I like the fact that it's a defiant song, like I said before. It's straightforward. It's angry.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
good.
also, it's a cautionary tale as well. It's everything. So
Yeah.
it's I'm really happy that she did
It's
this.
a double bird flip to the
It is.
patriarchy.
Mhm.
It
I'm
is.
all about double
Gonna
bird.
piss off all the right people.
It's the two birds of Rhiannon.
He loves you. She told me.
Okay, I think it's your turn, Jeffrey. I don't have one.
I don't know what either. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm not as fast as you guys are with these quips and these.
Two said two. I don't know.
I guess I don't know.
You kind of love.
All right. So if there are no final remarks other than that,
I think that's it. My only concern is that because it's such a contemporary message and it is really about the election, I wonder how well it's going to fit. Like I said, with her whole body of work, how timeless it's going to be, or if after November it kind of fades into obscurity. I hope not, because I think that her vocal and her delivery are so good and the message is so good. I can see it being timeless. I just want to worry
We're
about it.
listening to 60s protest songs.
Right.
Right.
a great
Right.
deal of them are still applicable to what's going on.
Absolutely correct. And also,
Yeah.
I don't think this is so obvious. I mean, it's obvious that it's a protest song, but not like, oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. Desert Angel, where she screams, "I'm
Right.
Operation Desert Shield." I mean, can you play that song again?
Yeah, that was very
Operation Desert
1991.
Shield. You can't play that song anymore because of that part, and it's
Yeah.
a pretty good song too.
Yeah.
It is.
But except for that part, it was like, well, why now we can never play this again?
Yeah,
I'll put it on
that,
the set
that
list
part
because-
dated it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I can't.
Kind of
So I think this is this could be a timeless. So I mean, I again, I don't know if it's in her canon, if it's one of the greatest songs of hers, but I think it definitely can last more. I mean, but I also don't think she gives a shit. Meaning that I don't think she cares if it lasts.
No.
I think you're right.
She wants to
Her
get
legacy is secure. She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
She's not worried about whether or not this is going to be playing on the radio or
After the fact, yeah, she wants to make a she wants to make a point now
Right.
before
Right.
it's too
Yeah.
late.
to be the lighthouse.
Right.
Yes.
Just be like, exactly.
Right? Literally, that's
Right.
what she's saying. Yeah.
You know, and
Exactly.
lighthouses twirl.
Mhm.
They do.
They do.
It all comes around.
I wonder if Adrian. I was really dating myself there. I wonder if Adrian
Adrian
Barbeau was
Barbeau.
sitting up with waiting for Stevie with the death, with the ghost, of,
Adrian Barbeau on the Saturday Night Live.
you know, have her introduce a song sitting in the
Right.
Fog's
On
lighthouse.
top of the lighthouse. Yeah.
Yes.
That would
Yeah.
be really cool.
And if you young TikTokers know who Adrian Barbeau is, please comment.
They should all watch The Fog, and
Yes.
they should all watch Maud, especially Maud.
Especially Maud.
hmm
Yes.
I mean, The Fog, just because it's a
It's a great
good
movie.
movie, but Maud, so
Just
relevant
because it's
again
Maud.
to what's going on nowadays.
Isn't that sickening that
Mhm.
50 years, 40 something years later, the same freaking shit that Maura was talking about is still
Right?
in the conversation, especially the whole abortion situation. It is
Exactly.
Nothing changes.
Who would have thought? Who would
Right.
have thought that?
All right. Well, we want to thank Brian and Jeffrey for being here. It's so nice to have our brothers of the moon all together again for this special occasion.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Yes. I'm so happy to finally.
Yes. Oh, Jeffrey, this is not the last time you will be,
No, I promise it won't be.
nor Brian for that matter. So with that, it's a thumbs up from everybody. And until next time,
We will see you all on the other side of the mirror.
all right, said Alice.